Good morning. It's Monday morning, the 21st of August. Today is Solar Eclipse Day. Something we've been hearing about for a while. It's supposed to be quite an exciting event. I'm not in an area where we're going to get a total solar eclipse. I'm in Southern California, actually here in San Pedro. I think we're supposed to have somewhere between 65 and 70% eclipse. However, right now, and I believe the eclipse is going to be in a little bit more than an hour from now, it looks like we're not going to see much of it here because it's a little overcast. I saw on the news last night that the coastal areas of Southern California were probably going to have cloud cover. So if you went out and bought some expensive glasses and you wanted to watch from some glasses to watch it and wanted to watch it from here, you might not really need them because it looks like the nature is taking care of filtering out the strong rays of the sun. There are no special glasses needed to watch this video. I was thinking a lot this morning during my Monday walk about this eclipse, how it is. We haven't had one like this that has crossed the United States in the way that it does in 99 years. So that probably means that it's kind of a once-in-a-lifetime type of thing. In fact, I don't know how many people can really say that you've watched the one that was 99 years ago and you're able to watch this one now. There's probably a few people around that would be able to say that. They've probably been pretty young 99 years ago as well. Anyway, the whole idea of the eclipse, I was thinking about how I learned in science class and how small our moon is in relation to the size of the sun, and yet today the little bitty moon is going to block out the great big sun. And how is that? It's all because of perspective, because we're closer to the moon than we are, of course, than we are to the sun. And even though the sun is I don't know how many times larger, a couple thousand times larger than our moon, that probably maybe a million, I don't know how many times bigger. I guess I wasn't paying attention that day in science class, but to think that that little bitty moon can block out that great big sun, that's kind of amazing in itself. Think about, it's all about perspective, and that's how things are in most of the time when in life, and as we look at things. We can all look at things a little differently depending on our perspective. Where we're looking from is what makes a difference. And so if we're looking from Earth at this eclipse, it looks like our moon is huge and it's blocking out something that's almost the same size as the sun. But that's really not the case. That's, of course, it's not even close to being the case. It's Monday morning. We're getting ready for this great event. But I almost want to say it's almost kind of a non-event because it really doesn't make it's not making any big difference in the world that the sun and the moon are going to cross paths right in front of us. I don't believe, other than it might get a little bit dark in the places here and maybe in Oregon and all the way down to Georgia in that path. It might get a little dark for a couple minutes. But then after that, everything's going to be back to normal. I heard they were talking about, they were concerned because the state of California is very dependent on solar energy, and they were afraid that it was going to mess up the solar power for all these houses and gathering this solar power during this time. But that's kind of hard to believe too, because I mean, just like right now, the sun's not shining very bright, so we're not really getting the solar power right now. And what makes you think it's going to make that much of a difference if it's dark for a couple minutes between 9 and 11 o'clock this morning or whatever? So I don't really quite understand. I think it's kind of a little bit extra hype. I think the people are benefiting it that are selling these special glasses, and I even heard this morning, I was having coffee with some guys and they were saying something about Chiquita Bananas is having a special promotion for Southern California because we're expecting a 65 to 70% coverage in that eclipse, and that they showed on the TV that remaining crescent of sun that we're going to see resembles a banana. So they want to tie in with that and offer anybody who goes into a store a free banana, a Chiquita banana. It's got to be a Chiquita banana in honor of the eclipse, because the banana will look like the remaining part of the sun on the outside of the moon. So there's a great opportunity for Chiquita banana to take advantage of this. So there are marketing opportunities in it, which is, I guess that's how we think and that's how we do things, and that's what keeps things going. But as far as the actual eclipse making a difference in the world, I really kind of have a hard time understanding what difference it's going to make. It's not, if it lasted for 24 hours or a 2 days or something like that, if the sun was blocked out, we had darkness like they have up in the North Pole or down in the South Pole, and I can understand how that could change things, but we're talking about 2 minutes of total darkness and then starting to get light again. And by the time it's all done, it's over with. So I don't really quite understand how that's going to affect our lives, other than it's a great scientific thing. It's great to know that. I think the most amazing thing to me is the fact that they can predict this by watching and calculating the speeds and the movements of the Earth and the sun. And I was also thinking it's probably when we have earthquakes or big things going on here, it throws the Earth off its regular rotation, so that probably changes things as well. But still, to be able to calculate exactly when this is going to happen and know when it's going to happen months and years ahead, I think that's pretty amazing. I think it's kind of neat that's a testament to good mathematic calculations. Other than that, it's going to get dark, and then it's going to get light again, just like it does every day. In fact, I know that tonight, about 8:30 at night, it's going to be dark again. And then tomorrow morning, about 6 o'clock, 6:15, it's going to get light again. So that's what we can depend on. Have a wonderful day. What a great way to start the week. Think positive. Think about what you can accomplish this week. Keep things in perspective, like that moon in front of the sun. It sure looks like a big moon, but it really is tiny in comparison to the Earth and also to the sun. But it looks like it's big enough to block out the whole sun and put darkness on the Earth. Have a great day, and I'm looking forward to talking to you next week. Please do not look at the sun. You're gonna, when I first heard that, I thought, well, gosh, I can't look at the sun when I'm driving, and I'm driving, in the evenings, I'm driving towards the west, and I have to put the visor down. Why would I want to look at the sun? And I understand there's something going on there, but it hurts my eyes to look at it, so it's hard for me to understand why I have to be warned that much. I guess if I'm dumb enough to look at the sun and stare at the sun, I probably deserve to be blind. But anyway, don't look at the sun. They say don't let your pets out because they might look at the sun. Well, I don't know how many pets are that much interested in what's going on when it gets a little bit dark during the day that they're going to get up and stare at the sun, unless they see you staring at the sun, and then they might want to do it. But anyway, have a great day, protect your eyes, and let's move forward and have a great week. If you have any questions or want to talk, contact me right here on this Lyon Strategic Consulting Facebook page. Be glad to talk to you, and have a great week.